Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. In the last session we have discussed at this level we have discussed the work example 22. This was your homework. Okay. Now the requirement was at the requirement A we have different transactions. Identify the source document. So we have to read the transaction 1 and identify the source document used in this transaction. And the B requirement, write up the appropriate books of prime entry. So we have to write the first transaction in which book of prime entry the first transaction will go. And the option requirement number C, enter the transaction in each ledger. We have to open the particular ledger of each individual's transactions. So this is your question. You have already done it, and here is the answer. You can tally your answer with the given answers. So if you have any confusion, you can ask me. Now the next work example is work example 23. This is also the similar example as example 22. So here is some business transaction, and finally we read the requirement. What should we do? Enter the transaction in an appropriate books of prime entry. So we have to enter this transaction in a relevant book of prime entry. So the all cash and bank transaction will be recorded in cash book. So this is the main book of prime entry in which all the transaction there is the involvement of cash. So we have made the only one book of prime entry, that is the cash book, because all the transactions related to, let's see, cash, bank, cash, bank, cash and bank. So all the transaction related to cash and bank. So we will open the only individual one book of prime entry, that is the cash D book. Okay. So you have to do this. Balancing a ledger account, we have done this. What does it mean? It's mean for example, we have a cash account, cash ledger. So we receive 23 cash, 41 as a cash, 16 as a capital, and we add this 23 plus 41 plus 16, and credit is the minus. So we minus the 45. So here is the balance. The balance will call the carry down. So the carry down balance automatically will be the brought down of the next month, next year, or next day. So this is called the balancing a ledger account. So if we total all this and minus 45, the answer will be I think so 35. The answer will be 35. Kindly check it. Either is at 35 or not. You student, can you confirm anyone?
So what's the question again?
We want to find a balancing amount. So if we add the debit side and subtract the credit side,
35,
and 35 will be the balancing amount.
Yeah,
so
balancing.
This balancing
35.
Okay, so this is correct one. So this balancing 35 will be called as balancing a ledger account. So it's mean how can we balancing the ledger? We just debit side add and credit the less the credit side. So the remaining amount will be the balance. So this balance is called carry down balance, CD balance, CD. Balance CD mean it's a closing balance of the cash account. So this closing balance, carry down balance, will be the brought down of the next month or next year or next day. Okay. Have you done this concept?
Yeah.
You have to remember this. If we make a cash book, like this one, and we made some transaction, that is sale, that is the 23, rent received 41, and capital injected into the business, that is the 16. So here is our cash book. and only one payment which is made through by purchasing goods, that is the 45. So we have to add up all this and subtract 45. So here is the balance, that is called balance CD. Balance CD, that is the amount 35. So we close this ledger. We close this ledger by applying the two double lines. These two double lines mean that our account has closed. So what's the total value of this? 23 plus 41, 16. Answer is 80.
80.
So 80 is the debit and 80 is the credit. So this carried on balance 35 will be the brought down balance of the next month, next day, or if you are talking about the year, then this carried on will be the brought down of the next year. So here is called, we can write here balance BD, that is the 35 here. So this is called, this process called balancing a ledger. Got it?
Yes, sir.
In your exam, if examiners will say find a balancing ledger, so we don't stop here just to calculate carried on balance. If you calculate carried on, you have to brought down also right here. Okay, the carried on will also brought down here. Okay, so we have already done this. So 35 will be the our balancing carried down amount, and this carried down will be the brought down balance of the next day, that is the 35. Can you balance the all accounts? Can you balance this?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, you have to balance these three accounts. So this is
Now,
your homework. Balancing the account,
Okay.
balancing the ledger. You have to just
Okay.
balance out. Okay.
okay.
Now the last topic of this session is, and this part is the purpose of trial balance. What's the purpose of trial balance? The purpose of trial balance is to check that we have entered all the relevant ledgers into the trial balance. So this is the purpose of making trial balance. If the debit side of the trial balance is equal, for example, if the debit side of trial balance is equal with credit side of trial balance, it means we have posted all the relevant ledgers into the trial balance. So we have posted correctly from trial balance to the from ledgers to the trial balance. So this is the main purpose of trial balance. It's a confirmation that we have correctly transported the values from ledgers to trial balance. Got it? What happens if it's not match, if debit not match with credit? So it's mean there is some error. If debit not equal to credit, it's mean there is some error or omission. If there is some error or omission in the trial balance, it's not the omission, it's a technical word, so we can see only error here, because later on we will learn that if we omit some entry, it will never create any impact on the trial balance. So if debit side not equal to credit side, it means we have committed some error. Okay, so this is the main purpose of making trial balance. Work example 26. This is again your homework. We have already done it. Just a minute. Okay. This is the work example 26. Here is some transactions. So enter the transaction in G ledger, carry down any balance, and check the accuracy of the entry by extracting a trial balance. So this is the business transaction. Firstly, we put this business transaction into ledgers, and finally we have to make trial balance from these ledgers. 1 2 3 4 5 6 4. So we have 6 ledgers. You are making trial balance by using 6 ledgers. After making the trial balance, you can see this, the debit side of trial balance is equal to the credit balance. So it's mean that you have correctly recorded the ledger's balance in the trial balance. So this is the work example 26. It's your homework. We have already done it. And now work example 27. Here is some ledger. We have 6 ledgers. So the requirement is balance the ledger account, carry down any balance, and extract a trial balance. So these are 6 ledger. We have to make trial balance from these ledgers. So this is your homework again. And the trial balance will be equal. Okay, but you have to solve yourself. It's suggested that you don't see the answer. First you have to write your own answer, then your answer match with these suggested answers. Okay, so I've already told this. What is the debit balance? Debit balance means the debit side is heavy. Debit balance means debit side is heavy. Greater debit, greater balance. Greater balance on debit side. So asset normally has a debit balance, expense normally has a debit balance. So credit balance mean greater balance on credit side. Credit balance mean greater balance on credit side. So normally income and liabilities has normally a credit balance. Okay, so this is the simplest I think so. Work example 28. You have to mention the account name. You have a different account name. You recognize either the wages is belong to asset, expense, liability, income, debit and credit. So first of all I solve this for your practice. Wages is an asset, expense, liability, income. So wages, you know that wages is the expense, so we can take over here. And wages, expense, the nature of expense is the debit, so we debit it. So wages, expense and debit. So you have to write premises. What is premises? Asset, liability, income. So you have to fill it. Okay, can you solve it? Can you fill it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move ahead. So here is the work example 29. So you have values extracted from the ledgers. So this is the values, the total values of from the ledgers. So building, the total value of building is 120. So you know that building is asset, so building has a debit balance. Fixture and fitting as an asset, non-current asset, so the non-current asset has debit balance. So when as a non-current asset, so non-current asset has a debit balance. Okay, so motor expense. So motor expense is not an asset, is an expense which is incurred by the business. So motor expense, so the nature of expense will be the debit. So you have to write debit and credit. So you all write a debit item in the debit side of the list, and you write the all credit item in the credit side of the list. And when you total debit and credit, you will witness that the debit side of and credit side will be the equal. If both sides are equal, it's mean you correctly putting the all values into the trial balance. So the requirement is by using these all values you have to prepare trial balance. Can you solve? The student, can you solve this? Can you solve? Can you use any trial balance? So this is your answer. You have to make like this one. Okay. Uses of trial balance. Uses of trial balance. So what's the use of trial balance? So there is normally two uses, number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is the trial balance has only one function, and that is to check the arithmetic accuracy of double entry system. So the purpose of trial balance is to check the double entry, either the double entry system is working or not. So if debit side equal to credit side, it means double entry system is working. And the another reason is why we make trial balance. So if you want to make a profit and loss statement, financial statement of a business. So financial statement, we have only two statement in the financial statement. Number one is in the financial statement we have two type of statement. Number one is profit or loss account, and the second one is statement of financial position. So the purpose of making trial balance is to make the statement of profit and loss account and statement of financial position. Got it, student?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So here is some limitation related to the trial balance. Here is some limitation. It's never mean that the if debit side and credit side of trial balance, for example, is equal. Debit is 100 and credit is 100. If debit and credit side of trial balance is equal, it doesn't mean that there is no existence of error. So if although the debit and credit side is equal, there is some chances that there may be error exist in the account. For example, if we have omitted some entry, if we have omit to record some entry, so its debit and credit side both are omitted from the trial balance, so the trial balance will be equal, but we omitted the one entry. So the absence of one entry will not be cannot be seen in the trial balance. So we have some errors related to the usage of trial balance. So the trial balance has certain limitation. Even if trial balance total do agree, that there is no guarantee that there is no mistake in the system. There are 6 types of mistakes which we will read later, inshallah. There are 6 types of error that can be made that would not necessarily stop the trial balance totaling from agreeing. It's mean total balance will be agree, but there are certain 6 types of error will happen, and with the existence of these error, the total will remain same. So what's this type of error, we will talk about later. Okay, so here is some advantage and disadvantage of maintaining full accounting record. You have to read by yourself, so it's just a reading we have already discussed in our lecture. So there is just self reading. So in the next class we will discuss the main activity, the main MCQs come from this concept, that is the accounting principles, basic accounting principles and concepts. So in the next class we will discuss some accounting principles and accounting concepts. So what does it mean, we will discuss in the next class, inshallah. So business entity, historic cost, money measurement, going concerns, and consistency, prudence and realization duality. These are all the called the accounting concepts and principles which are normally used in our accounting in a lot of areas. Okay, any questions, students, at this point? So you can ask.
No, sir.
Okay. Can you stop it? Okay, in the next session we will continue from now to onward. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, students, thank you so much for joining. Take care yourself. Allah Hafiz.
Have the class finished?
Yes, because we have a class at 6 p.m. right now. That's why I told you.
Okay.
Take care. Allah Hafiz.